Right, good morning and welcome to day 15. Here we go. Inhale. And it's much nicer to have an audience in and out. And let's roll the shoulders. 2, 3, just waking up. Roll those elbows back. Elbows. Come up a little higher. And just clear the head. Bring the pinkies together, flip. And back. And one more. Now go backwards. Flip overhead. Inhale. Flip overhead. In. And flip overhead. Release those arms. Just let them go. And let's reach up. Inhale, reach the ceiling, lift and lower. 2, lower. 3, we just keep going. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here we go. Let's just continue with our shaking, bouncing on the heels, let everything release out of you. Bounce a little to the right, little to the left. Stepping out a little wider, and then circle the arms, pushing off your feet, pivoting on that big toe, make a light fist, tap inside and outside your hips. And then tapping up on the ribs, lower rib cage, underneath the armpits, upper rib cage, upper part of the chest. And over the shoulders, now look behind you. And let everything go. Good, let's just shake out those arms. Tap up the outside, come down on the inside, thumb line. Move hand around, outside the arm, over the shoulder, and come down underneath. And then on top. And flip the hand, come down on the inside. Same thing on the other arm. Just to the thumb. Turn that arm around, go outside of that arm, under the arm, and on the inside. It's okay. Same thing up the legs. This time you can use the knuckles maybe, or open hand. It's up to you. Up the inside of the legs, tapping just below the knee, then just below, above the knee, around the hips, that lower back area. And tap down the back of the legs, back of the knees, back of the calves, around the ankles, top of the foot, inside the ankles, just above the ankle, halfway up the calf, below the knee, above the knee, and all the way up around those hips. And then tapping on that femur, just the head of the femur, right inside those hip sockets. Tapping down the outside of the legs. And coming back inside. And then down on the front of the legs. And then inhale up and exhale. Good. Feel all woken up. And we're going to just work again on the neck and our pelvic clock. So just warm up the hands a little bit, and let's take the hands right to the hips. Fingertips down, thumb just hooks onto the back of your pelvis, and take your gaze and your head down towards your chest. So you're tucking your chin, so you're not just hanging your head over, tuck your chin a little bit. And now gaze over to your right, across the floor as you inhale up that wall. Lead with your eyes across the ceiling. And then exhale down the left side of the wall. And across the floor. Inhale, going up the right side. So we're going to do 6 of these today. And exhale, going down the left side. Inhale up the right. Across the ceiling. And exhale down the left. Across the floor. And again, inhale up the right. Exhale down on the left. Inhale up the right. And exhale down on the left. Inhale up the right. Exhale. And it's our last one in for this side anyway. And you could always go to 12 on each side. We're going to do the other side now. Inhale as we go up the left. Hear a lot of crackling and popping. Down. Drag your chin across the chest. Inhale up, going up the left side. And exhale, using your eyes to lead the movement. Keep the eyes nice and wide as you look up the left wall, across the ceiling. Exhale down the right. And across the floor. We got two more. Last one. Keep your eyes wide and back to center. Releasing your hands. And then draw your chin back. Head lifts and floats. Good. Now we'll take our feet a little apart, so about 8 inches between feet. Let's warm up the hands. Then take those warm hands to the kidneys and hold the kidneys. Now look straight ahead. Tuck your tail. So that pointer is pointing to the 12 o'clock position between your big toes. And we'll inhale as we tilt over to the 3 o'clock position, then 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, back to, 9 o'clock back to 12 o'clock. Inhale as you go to the right, back through the center, and 3, nice and slow. Not doing the hula. Nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last one, in. And out. Pause. And the other way. Inhale to 9. Back to 6. Over to 3. And back to 12. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale as you tilt back. Exhale as you come forward. Inhale as you tilt back. Exhale as you tilt forward. In. Out. Now last one. In. And out. Good. Now release your spine. Release your back. Take your feet together. And sitting back with your back nice and straight. Don't drop your head. Also, don't overextend your neck. So kind of keeping your gaze out about maybe 10 feet out along the floor. And let's just do little bitty circles around with the knees. Good. And then we'll go the other way. Little circle. And then release and shake it out as we come up, 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 up. Very nice. All right, so we haven't done our forward fold, stretching the backside of our body in a while, so let's go ahead and do that. So we gather the sun. Keep gathering it, bring it into the kidneys, and exhale as you fold. Come into a flat back. Really pull back those hips. Feel the stretch at the back of the top of the hamstrings, right where the buttocks and the hamstrings meet. And continue just lengthening your spine as you fold from your hips. Right down to your feet. Now, if you need your blocks, you have them right there, ready for your hands to settle on. I should have had them today. First one's always the hardest. Now let your head release. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can always knuckle the floor or knuckle your feet, or even take your hands to your shins here or here, depending on your hamstring tightness or looseness. So release your head. Take another breath here. So imagine that you're bringing up water from the earth up through the feet. It rises up through your hips and then it releases down the back of your body, out your head and out your hands. Then you inhale through your hands, bring that water back up through your hands, coming into the belly, and then exhale down and out your feet. And then inhale, we're going to bend the knees, release the floor, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Shake it out as you do. Feel those vertebrae just stack along each other. And as you do that, you're pulling up and in on that navel. And then as you rise up and you open, then you fill that belly more, and then exhale as you come down, release all of the waste, clearing the body. All right, so a little warm. Let's work out those legs. Okay, feet are about hip width apart. Going back to our horse stance practice today. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale as we sink back. Keep a nice straight back. Inhale, hold. And exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we did shoulders 2 days in a row. We don't want to overdo the shoulder exercises. So I'm going to stay with lower body. I'm doing more hips today. In and out. Good. Now we're going to come back up. Inhale as we rise. Exhale, bring the arms out to the side, and then bring the feet together. So we're inside hip width apart, right in line with the hip joint. Those are our feet and our knees. So right hand goes out, your right hand, opposite of mine, and then left hand underneath. Both palms are facing towards your screen. Inhale, bring the backs of your hands to your chest. Exhale as you sit back and you push away. And again, same thing, nice straight, long back with the tailbone just curled under, not the sacrum, but the tailbone. So it's a little lift from the sphincter and a little Kegel. Inhale. I saw this advertisement for a Kegel brader or something. It's electronic Kegel maker, but you don't need to buy that. So we inhale. When you exhale, you draw up on the pelvic floor like a Kegel. Inhale, let your belly release. Exhale. So it's just a light Kegel. You don't have to put you don't have to squeeze it. You just have to be mindful when you breathe in to relax everything. Just fill it with golden healing chi. When you exhale and you release out this gray cloud of waste and pain, discomfort, and just kind of lift up on that perineum. Just a little to feel it. And last one in. And out. Good. Inhale as we rise up. And exhale. And this is good for men as well. You guys, with that prostate, using that Kegel is going to help you. As much of the day as you can think about it, when you're driving in a car, focus on your breath, focus on, exhaling and lifting that little thing up. Toes out, heels out, toes out, heels out. Nice and wide with the feet. And on the inhale, we're going to bring the arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale as we sink. So level off those elbows, shoulders are down, and we want to feel this muscle here engaged, serratus anterior muscle. It holds the shoulder blades to the ribs. Inhale. Exhale. And in. And and out, sink a little lower, and in, and out, lifting on that perineum. Again, just a mindful lift in and out. In and out. And in. Out. In. Getting stronger and out. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale as we rise back up. And exhale as we float those arms down. So let's heel toes our feet back in one time. Okay, so I'm going to introduce a couple of new hip stretches, okay, so that we're going to, those of you with bad knees, you can do this, just, I'll guide you through. Okay, so you're going to take the arms up. Then round the arms, round the shoulders, as if you were holding onto a ball, beach ball in front of you. Shift over to your right side, kind of sit back into that heel. So it's kind of like a one-legged squat, one-legged hold. So for a one-legged squat, just peel off your left leg, bring that in, hold it up, balance, and sink, and maybe come up a little bit. Keep your weight in your heel. You can always check your balance with your toes, sink a little bit, and up a little bit, balance with the toe. Last one, sink, and lift. And the tendency is to let that knee go a little past the toe, so watch that. Take your foot back, sink, and shift over to your left. And then drag that foot back in, one-legged balance. Okay, so sink a little bit into the heel, pull your hip back, and then rise back up. Keep the toes down, sink a little bit. Keep the weight into the heel, and rise. Not all the way, and sink. See if we can hold that. We're building up that muscle closer to the knee. So the quadricep muscle is closer to the knee. You can feel that, right? A little bit lower. Okay, good. Take that leg out to the side and release the hands. Okay, so we'll come back up and center, back to holding that ball. And this time, as you shift to the right, we're going to pivot this left foot in a little bit. So the full expression is a perpendicular setup with one foot going straight ahead and the other foot pointing it out. Not asking you to do that. Halfway, can you get a halfway set? So like a 45-degree, make sure that the hip, knee, and toe all go in the same direction. Then you're going to turn the waist. So when you turn the waist, be careful that the shoulders don't go beyond that. You want to make sure that there's a, come back here, the hands are a reflection of your chest. So the fingers are the ribs, and the space between the fingers is the sternum. So we want to keep this position as we twist. So as you twist to the right, we want to keep that position. Try not to let the arms go away from that position, okay? So they don't want to be over here. They want to stay with the chest. All right, so we're going to shift back to that right, pivot the left 45 degrees, then turn the waist to where it says stop. And it might not be quite 90 degrees, and that's okay. I want you just to gradually work that in. So we're sinking back. We're going to feel this on the outside, towards the outside of the quad, mid quad area, mid to upper, into the hip. And then we stay here for a moment, take a breath in, and a long breath out. Inhale. Relax the shoulders and exhale. And in and out. Good. Inhale back to center. And exhale, set. So that shouldn't hurt the knee at all. It should just be right up in the quad. You want to make sure, and we'll go to the other side. Inhale back and hold your ball to the left side, that when you're on your left, everything is stacked. So your shoulder, your hip, your ankle, you're sinking back with that hip, okay? You're sinking back, like you're gonna do that one-legged squat again. And we're gonna pivot on the right foot. I wanna keep this in line. So as you see, I haven't moved back to here. So that right leg is empty. There's nothing in the right foot except for a little mind. You're pushing down into the heels, kind of like a kickstand. So you should be able to lift that foot and then just lower the foot, push your heel down, but don't put your weight back there. Okay, so your weight stays over that left leg. Now as I twist, I want to make sure that the leg doesn't twist with me. So keep that knee pointing in. The weight stays in your heel, but you push the ball of your foot down. Look to that left wall. And be careful that you're not over twisting from the shoulders. The arms stay in line with your chest. So rotating at the waist. Lengthen the waist. Inhale and exhale. And in and out. And in and out. Good. We'll come back to center. Inhale and exhale. The hips feel a little looser, a little more mobile. There's we're going to go into one more. So having the feet back in that same position. Inhale the arms up and exhale them down right in front of the chest and sink back as you set into this position. Okay. So going back over to that right leg, we're going to step out with the left foot. And as we pivot on the toe, just kind of drop that knee inside. Now this time we are going to center the weight, not too, slightly, and just squeezing your hips together. Squeeze your hips. So I'm dropping that left leg under the right. This might not be good for knee issues, but it might also help. So don't worry about how far you go. If you're going just to here, make sure your hip and the knee and the toe, hip rotation, knee and toe are all aligned. And we could just do like a separating heaven and earth. We have this in our 8 brocades, same thing. So the right hand is going to go down the right hip, left hand over your head. And we're just going to twist a little bit more of the waist. So lock the lower body in, twist at the waist. Breathe in and breathe out. We have one time to do the other side. So we're just going to switch the arms, change your weight. And then squeeze, like you can just sink, almost like a genuflect kind of thing. Pressing down from on the left hand, just down from the left hip, right hand over your head. So palm is facing the floor, right palm is facing the ceiling. And we sink, squeeze those legs together. Inhale. Exhale as you squeeze a little bit more and twist from the waist. And you're looking at that left wall now. Inhale. Feel that breath inflating the hips as you exhale. Squeeze it back in. Squeeze the hips. Good. Inhale one more time. And exhale, squeeze. Good. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale, So let's just roll out the spine, take your inhale, float the arms up. Exhale as we sink. In, out. In, and out. Okay. Wiggle all that out, shake out the legs. Kick. So let's finish with a little kick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. Kick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, that's it for today. Let's take 3 pull downs in, closing our practice. All right, thanks for joining me. Missed you guys, but we got to see each other virtually. I will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early. Have a great day.